So there's many new features in all of the Adobe Creative Cloud applications. So I only have time to show you 2 or 3 of the desktop application new features.
那其实这次有很多新功能，那我的时间仅够我来跟大家分享几个桌上应用程式的新功能。
So this clip is from the Red Epic camera. You can see here's the native resolution. It is the original file format, an R3D file, has not been modified or changed from the original footage. And I'm using this in my timeline right here. I can just hit play and play this back very smoothly without dropping frames.
比如说这个片段，它原来是用 Red Epic 摄影机拍的，然后格式是原生的 R3D 格式。那大家可以看到，我在这个程式里面的时间轴上面播放，非常的顺畅，不会掉，不会有2个数掉的状况。
Now we've added a number of new features between Premiere and After Effects to make it easier for different people using these tools to work together.
那除此之外，在 Premiere Pro 跟 After Effects 这部分也做了一些调整加强，让使用这2个工具的人他们合作起来更顺畅。
One of these features has to do with creation of graphics, and After Effects artists now have the ability to turn their graphics into templates that can be used inside of Premiere Pro.
那其中一个功能呢，就是像下面加的这种色块的这种 graphics， 也就是现在在使用 After Effects 的这些设计师，他的设计出来的这些 graphics 可以放到 Premiere Pro 里面当做他的范本。
So this graphic is an After Effects project that's brought into Premiere, and we've been able to do this for a while. This was a feature we used to call dynamic link, and we still refer to this as dynamically linking an After Effects composition onto my Premiere timeline.
像刚刚这个图像，它是从 After Effects 里面做出来的，但是可以带到 Premiere Pro 里面用。那其实这个功能已经有一段时间之前叫做 dynamic link， 就是一种动态连接 ，AE 出来的东西可以放到 Premiere Pro 里面用。
But new in this release is, as an editor, I don't want to have to go back to After Effects to change this text. I want to be able to do this directly in the timeline, directly within Premiere Pro, and we can now do that.
但是这一次新增的功能是，现在我如果要剪辑这个影片然后我想要调整这个图像里面当中文字的部分，以前我需要再去开 AE， 但是现在不用了，我只要在这个 Premiere Pro 里面就可以直接的编辑。
So I've opened up the editable text in this composition, and you'll see here that we have editable text directly inside of Premiere. So I don't need to go to After Effects, for example, to change the name of the city that's inside this graphic.
所以呢，现在在 Premiere Pro 里面就会有这样子的栏位，你可以看到哪些文字是可编辑的，你直接在 Premiere Pro 里面编辑就好，不需要再去开 After Effects。
And if I need to duplicate this graphic and use it in multiple locations with different names, I don't have to have multiple compositions in After Effects. I can import this one time and duplicate it in Premiere and change the text each time.
那如果像刚刚编出来的这个图像，我需要用在好几个不同地方，我就不需要在 After Effects 里面先做好好多个物件，再贴到 Premiere Pro 来。我做好一个物件从 AE 过来，然后在 Premiere Pro 里面复制就可以。
So here I've duplicated this, and I'm now going in and I'm going to give this a completely different name.
比如说复制过来，这边换名字。
I still need to be able to type properly.
我要先学会打字才行。
And I can change the name of the city here. And you'll see now we have the same animation used in one location for Mari Yamamoto and a different location for Jesse Boykins III.
所以像刚刚那样的图像或是动画，在不同的地方，一个是 Mary 的名字，后面是Jesse 的名字，都可以改。
Another new feature that we have added is the ability to do masking and tracking directly inside of Premiere Pro. but we've designed it in a way that you still have the advanced functions over in After Effects. So anything I create in Premiere using the simpler tools, the fast tools, I can still do more complex work with it later on in After Effects.
另外一个新增的功能是针对遮罩还有 tracking 追踪的部分，就是你在 Premiere Pro 里面现在可以先做一些简单的这方面的功能，但是如果你想要再进阶的编辑，你还是可以把它弄到 After Effects 里面做更进一步进阶的编辑。
So here I want to obscure this gentleman's face with a blurring effect. And this is a common task we see in editing groups, especially where I'm based down in Southeast Asia. We have many different standards and practices where maybe a North American content, the poster in the background must be blurred because it's a stricter, more modest country, or in some cases, a facial feature must be obscured in a shadow or something like that.
那比如说，现在我想要把右边这位男士的脸把它弄模糊，这个其实是我们常需要做到的工作。比如说，我现在在东南亚市场工作，那因为各地国家的法规标准不一样，比如说可能来自北美的内容后面是一个比较，比如说脱衣舞娘的海报好了，可能在某些国家需要遮起来，或是因为种种原因某人的脸要遮起来，用印盖住等等，这是常常需要做的事情。
So now we've made it very, very easy with a single layer in the timeline here. We're just going to stay within this one clip. We don't have to make duplicate copies of it. I can now apply a blur effect and put it inside of a mask. And I have control to position that mask, resize it. I can rotate this around a bit. And we also have tracking controls. So I don't have to manually move this mask around. I can let the software do all the work for me.
那现在做起来就很简单了，而且只要开一个 layer， 比如说我现在要模糊的功能，我可以把它设在一个遮罩里面，然后这边我可以做该有的设定，比如说我的遮罩大小要多大，然后可以稍微转一下形状，而且可以有自动追踪的功能，我不用自己每一格去调，软体会帮我追踪好。
Now the keyframes that this creates are actually After Effects keyframes, and this mask can be sent very quickly over to After Effects for additional work.
那这样子做出来的东西其实是 After Effects 的 keyframe， 所以你这个东西可以再丢到 After Effects 这个遮罩，你还可以做进一步的编辑。
So here I've opened up Adobe After Effects. And I'll just use a blank project that I have here. Oops, looks like I've done this once before. Just delete this out.
现在开 After Effects， 然后开一个新的档案。
And in Premiere Pro, I can just right-click on this and say Replace with After Effects Composition. And it will send it over to After Effects with the mask. And now I have the advanced functions in After Effects to use the pen tool to further modify and change the shape of this with Bezier curves and additional controls.
在 Premiere Pro 里面，我可以针对这个遮罩按右键，然后有一个选项就是 Replace with After Effects 的 Composition。那这样子就可以开到 After Effects 里面做进一步的编修，比如说 Bezier 或是其他更进一步的编辑功能。